15 years ago, we had our own loss of a loved one. So Michaela was our niece. Michaela died in a car accident. It was a one vehicle accident and 4 people died in the vehicle at the same time. Now Michaela was 19 years old. She was our niece. She was a daughter. She was the cousin to my daughters. The impact that that particular instance had will never go away, I don't think. Our family were very well supported by the local community. Equally, charities and Road Safety Partnership friends reached out to the family to help and to support the family. Includes Aftermath, who are a charity who help people in the immediate aftermath and beyond of a road traffic collision. And some of the services that Aftermath provide can involve helping people through the police investigation process, equally through the coroner's process, more longer term. Also, they can support in terms of how finances need to be arranged, and often they will also offer legal advice and point people to the right places, and that's available to everybody.
We're here to support people through the trauma effects that they've experienced. We will help anybody who's been affected in a serious road traffic collision, whether that's bereaved families, it's people who've been seriously injured, witnesses and drivers, and we also support public services.
I'm a family liaison officer and it's my job to work with families following a serious injury or fatal traffic collision, and there to provide the support for families. So I'll do routine calls with the families, go and visit them. We give them key updates following a road traffic collision in relation to their family member or friend, whoever that may be. We provide them with regular updates with the investigation, the court process. We take them to court, we sit with them, we're there from the minute it happens to past when it finishes at court. So we provide that support right the way throughout. So it could be we're with the family for more than 18 months, so it was a long time we're with them. We get to know them, we get to know their families, and we do become a real pillar of support for them. So when we first become aware of an incident, we take the details of the people who can be referred on, so that will be the victim or the victim's family, any witnesses or the driver themselves, anyone who's had any dealing with that collision. Because you can imagine that even for the driver, they're going through a massive trauma and they need support as well. It's something that they wouldn't have expected to happen that day. And for us, it's getting that referral in as soon as possible to provide the best support possible for that family or for that person involved. We provide the investigative support, but for their emotional well-being, and where it can be signposted to other agencies and charities. Aftermath come in and provide that key support, because we haven't got the capability to do that, and they provide that really essential support. We have a really good relationship, we're quite close to them, we speak to them quite a lot. They're quite a small team and our department's quite a small team as well, but we both work really hard for the same goal. So we are quite close to them and we appreciate everything they can do to help the families that we're working with.
I have had people come back to me after a year and say something's triggered them. I've had someone who has had therapy for PTSD. They previously worked, they were an ex-veteran, and they've had every therapy under the sun, and they just needed to talk, someone to listen to them, and they came back to me only for another month or so, and then they said they're fine and they think they'll be all right now. But I always say to people, support is here if you need it. Grief doesn't go away. Grief is with you forever, and it comes at you in different intensities throughout your life. So it's just helping. Well, it's been a listening ear, and also giving people the right tools to help them cope with their new way of life. So we don't give an end zone. We don't say, well, that's it, 6 sessions, walk away, fine now. No, we say we'll support you as long as you need support. And if you need to come back, then that's fine.
Got the phone call from my mum, you know, to get up to their house as soon as possible. The police were there. He said, your brother's been involved in a collision with a car. And they pull the curtain back and he's lying on the bed and there's wires and tubes and he's unconscious. And then the nursing staff gave me this, which she was wearing. And it's been with me ever since. Got a few extras on there that I put on. And again, you know it's serious, but you're still protecting yourself that it isn't serious. You know, whatever it is, you know, they can fix him. And then when they put us in a little room, doctor come in to see us and then told us how serious it was. You know, he's unconscious, his heart had stopped. And people on the scene managed to, you know, keep him going with, you know, the heart massage. And then within a week, there was nothing they could do. He'd had too long under the car, lack of oxygen to the brain, suffered, you know, trauma. And when they tried to bring him out of the drugs, he wasn't responding. And then we got told we had to come back to switch off life support, and then that's when it hit me. I had to be helped into the car, helped out the car with my wife and my mum, and I couldn't walk to the ward, just couldn't do it. Just because this was it was the end. So I made the phone call, and within literally, I don't know, seconds, felt like minutes, but it was probably seconds, this person on the other end of the phone was the comfort, you know, that I needed, the reassurance that someone was there, you know, the fully understanding. It's hard to explain it, you know, when you're trying to explain something to someone and they're not understanding, no matter how many times you're trying to explain it, they're not getting it. I suppose it's the saying, they got it just like that, instantly. And because I'd rang the number from Google, my mobile phone network had a £5 limit, and it cut me off. And I was like, what happened? You know, I was in the middle of you know, pouring this story out, and you know what? They rang me back almost instantly. You know, so again, we carried on the conversation, and then after that, I got a caseworker. Caseworker rang me. But after that first phone call, it's the old cliche where the weight comes off your shoulders. You know, you've finally got a voice. And of course, COVID had hit then, so there was no face-to-face contact. So my contact was all on phone. You know, and I was having to go back to work and trying to keep work balanced. And then I was trying to understand police reports and contact with the liaison officers. And then there was the coroner's report and the coroner's court and the appearance, you know, and all that, where we were going for Crown, where we were going for Magistrate. And all these questions only Aftermath could answer. You know, so although some people might think, well, they didn't really do much, did they? But they did, because they were the voice at the end of the phone.
I'm a lead investigating officer in the Serious Collision Investigation Unit. My team investigates all road deaths in Merseyside, along with cases involving those who become seriously injured in road crashes. Our aim in any case involving a death or serious injury is to ensure the very best victim care, and a key part of this is the use of family liaison officers who are specially trained to work with families. The value of this role is regularly supported by the feedback we get from the families we work with. However, family liaison officers cannot help with everything alone. That's why partnership working is vital. We are incredibly fortunate to have Aftermath in Merseyside. For almost 20 years, they've been a constant source of support to us and our Flow team. They can help with their own expertise and can signpost people further to other agencies. Without them, we wouldn't be able to offer the bespoke care and support to victims. Victims and their families are at the centre of everything that we do. It begins and ends with them. We do our roles because it is the right thing to do, and not just because the law tells us we must. Anyone can become involved in incidents on the road and be killed or seriously injured. It's indiscriminate and causes irreparable and serious harm to our communities.
At Aftermath Support, we offer free, confidential, independent, emotional and practical support to all those affected by serious road traffic collision. If you, your loved one or someone you're working with needs our help and support, we can be contacted via telephone, email, website or our social media accounts. You're not alone. We're here for you. Contact us today.